Welcome back, everybody. This is the Benjinator, and you're watching Let's Play SaGa Frontier. This is part 2 of Emelia's quest. We got arrested for a crime we didn't commit. Specifically, Emelia was accused of killing her boyfriend Ren, who happened to be a cop. Irpo, whatever that stands for, got all over them. Fuse interrogated us, threw us in jail, but then we got granted a pardon because we participated in a game where we found the Freedom Rune in Despair, because Despair is where we were incarcerated. So now we escaped. Emelia has been asked to join a secret organization called Gradius, which is after Joker, because Joker's looking for some evil, or not necessarily an evil thing, but a power source that we don't want him to get his hands on, because he might make a super weapon and destroy the universe. So anyway, Emelia is now grappling with the decision to join this organization. And so Annie, why did you fool us, huh? I had to get us out of despair. What is this cube thing? Alright, well at least Annie's being honest. Quick cash is always good. Oh yeah, we never get to really see her siblings in this, which is a shame. Oh yeah. Of course they're both in institutions. Ah. Is he your favorite? Yep. Ah, perfect, so. Yeah, Annie seems alright. She's good with a sword. She's smart, she's sassy. Okay, so all these women seem to have been saved by Rufus in unconventional ways. I hope he doesn't have like a harem or something. That would be awkward. Ah, there we are. One can't live by pretty words alone. Prophetic words, Mr. Guy with a beanie. Alright, so now we're in the back of this warehouse. What am I going to do? What are you what are you gonna do? Never mind that. I thought she was being sarcastic for a second. She's like, oh, never mind that we saved your life. Alright. One of the heads of Gradius, so he's not the big honcho, huh? Good with guns. Well, yeah, he seemed like he's alright. He's a good party member, of course, as we know from the past. ... Alright, so can't go in that door quite yet. So let's see. Is Rufus hanging out here? Oh, that's his office. Nice. I wonder what that is. That looks like a huge gun. That looks like an AR-15. I think there's like a nuclear warhead over here. So yeah, this place is actually armed quite well. So there's something to note here, because I know in other quests there were times where if you confirm that you want to sign up for something, then it kind of sets you out on this path and you can't really free roam for a while. But there's no downside for saying to work for Gradius, so you might as well say yes. Hi everybody. Hi Emelia. All right, basic training. So this is not as rigorous as you might think. No one said anything about that. All right. So yeah, this will be that's yeah, pretty much all you're going to be doing is target practice. There's no other element of basic training. It's not like you have to do some button exercises or anything to make it so that Emelia simulates a push-up. This is actually one of the most silly things you have to do. You just have to shoot this target. You can only do one damage at a time. I don't think that you get any particular, you don't get any prizes for hitting all the targets, so far we've actually hit every single one, so you get to have 5 shots, so hopefully we can hit the last one. Yeah, there we go, 5 out of 5. Alright. I guess I get to keep going. Huh, interesting. Oh, hit 6 out of 6, there we go. Woo! Maybe I get some special, goal for that. Alright, so yeah, there's really no point in doing that. That doesn't help at all. Yeah, go in whenever you like. We'll not be doing that again. Alright. We're already going for the real thing. Alright, so Emelia's she's pumped and ready to go. Okay, so at this point you're actually in the middle of the Kurong sewers for no reasons. And yeah, this is almost kind of a tutorial thing. Like, they kind of expect you to do Emelia's quest close to the beginning, so Annie says, hey, there's money bags around, so you should pick those up. So we're just going to be fighting a standard battle. At this point in the game, your battle rank is pretty much next to nothing, so you don't have to really worry about anything. So it's fairly easy. Just for good measure, grab this money bag. Try to avoid the creatures if you can. This is not rocket science at this point, so it's pretty easy. Climb up here, and actually getting out is not difficult. This is just where Dr. Nusicon is, so you can just avoid these guys. And that's easy. Yep. They literally put you 2 screens into hostile territory. And now we can go back to base and tell Rufus of our victory. Hooray! Yeah, fairly easy. Alright, so let's head on in. So let me just show you how to get to the warehouse. As you might imagine, you just go to this door that normally you couldn't go into in any other quest, but with Emelia you can. And you report back to Rufus. So, hello Rufus. How's it going? Well done. Alright. That's, so that mission's over. Free to the next mission. Yeah, so the way that this actually works is that, well, let me just have one more little bit of dialogue. Yeah, what I'm supposed to do in the meantime. Yeah, collect the rest. So he's giving you suggestions as to what to do in the meantime. The way that this works is that this entire quest is based on missions that Rufus gives you. And there's, I think, a total of 4 or 5. And in order to get to the next one, there's kind of a time lapse. So after you complete one, you have to kind of go out and basically, I think the game calculates it by a certain amount of battles that you fight, but you have to go out and just kind of do something else for a little while. You can use it to level up or something like that, and then you come back, and then there's a chance that he might have another mission for you. So it's a way of simulating time lapse, but you don't have to do the rune quest, and I'm probably not going to. It's not necessary. And the reason why, especially you don't want to really worry too much about the rune quest, is because you actually, because you only got the runes, you got the freedom rune with Liza, Annie, and Emelia. They're the only ones that will have the gift for rune magic. So you can pick up Rouge in this quest, but even if you get all that stuff, he won't be able to have the gift for rune magic because he wasn't there to get the freedom rune. So it's a little bit pointless. Hey, Liza, how's it going? What's Annie like? Ah, tough neighborhood. Well, Kurong's full of tough neighborhoods. Ah, yeah, she's a tough chick, huh? Ah, both the same age. I wonder how old Liza is actually. You kind. Too bitchy. You're a good person, Liza. And then you can invite her, and basically you can keep her around. She's now a permanent party member, so Liza is now in your party. And Liza and Annie are 2 members that you do want to power up, because there are missions later on where you get those 2 as mandatory party members, and everybody else that you might have picked up disappears. So that's important to understand. Alright, and so now let's talk to Annie. Free until the next mission. Alright, so now you can invite Annie along, and she's now a permanent party member, so that's pretty cool. So anyway, now I'm going to be going to some of the other regions to pick up the rest of your party members, because it's actually really easy to do with Emelia. So I'll see you in Shrike. Alright, so here we are in Shrike, in Mew's Tomb, and look, it's our friend Rufus. Let's say hello. Got here ahead of you. Yep, Rufus is a strange man. A very strange man indeed. Alright, so now he is now a permanent party member. So one thing that I should mention about Rufus is that he's pretty good with guns, and he's, as the story says, he's good with guns, he's good with mind magic, and he's good with swords, but we're going to use him as a swordsman in this particular quest. I think just like we did with Blue, actually. So already we have 4 of the 5 permanent party members that we're going to be using for Emelia's quest, all human. So who is our last one going to be? Well, I will actually see you in Scrap. Alright, here we are once again in our favorite bar in Scrap. What does our friend the mechanic have to say? Alright. Well, that was an attempted pickup line, didn't quite work. And so as you can see, if you try to go over to T260G, she says I'm not good with machines, and so you can't get him. And of course, again, tries to get you to drink with him, but he's kind of a sleazy drunk. Very useful party member, not going to be using him in this quest. And so, there's a lot of flexibility with Emelia. You could, of course, pick up our friend Loot. There we go. Loot, of course, is a pickup artist. You can let him join, sure. Loot, of course, is our most trustworthy character, but we're not going to be using him in this quest, actually. However, we will be using our friend Mei Ling. She's going to be, because she kind of got screwed out of usage in Riki's quest, we are going to be using her. Yep. Ah, yes. Emelia used to be a supermodel. That's pretty cool. There we go. Alrighty, so Mei Ling has decided to help us join our quest to fight Joker, so we're actually going to be using her. And of course, Mei Ling, as usual, actually already has some pretty nice gun techniques, so you might as well power those up. Not a bad thing. And talk to Riki just for the hell of it. How's it going, Riki? That's so easy. It's like, you're adorable. Come join us. Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, we already have our permanent party. Emelia, Liza, Annie, Rufus, and Mei Ling. So we're going to actually have 3 swordsmen in this particular quest. We're going to have Emelia, Annie, and Rufus use swords. We have our Kung Fu mistress, Liza, and our gun mistress, Mei Ling. So, with the exception of Rufus, this is pretty much an all-female party, you know, just for the sake of equality and fairness. Alright, so, what am I going to do next? Well, I'm going to be doing, of course, the 4 big steps. Going to get some loot, going to use the junk shop trick, and then tokenomics, and then power up a little bit. Not too much, I don't want to be overkilling it. And then, of course, I'm going to be going to the magical land of, well, not the magical land, but we're going to be seeing Emelia's first quest. So, catch you next time. This is the Benjinator with Let's Play SaGa Frontier Emelia's Quest, and I'll see you later.